Yeah, dude. Like, feel free. Thanks for doing this, but feel free to just introduce yourself and tell people who you are and what you do.
Um, I'm Fabian Bres. I'm an industrial designer, and I own a studio for industrial design and mostly transportation design with a close friend of mine who's now my business partner for 11 years. Holy shit. um, um, yeah, we've enlisted with you in 2023, and I believe um, in 2024, as almost a direct result from that, we've doubled our revenue. So we're quite we're quite thankful to you. So whenever you ask us for any kind of meeting, I'm very happy to jump on a call.
Dude, amazing. Take us through what structurally what were you lacking, or what parts of the business did you feel like required attention that led you to come in to the program?
Um, it was sales, definitely. I reached out to you because our sales was lacking, and you, from your content on Instagram, seemed like somebody who had made that um, very clear connection where designers often, yeah, don't really invest in sales and marketing, or don't have the skill set to do so effectively. So that really spoke to me. Then as went through the program, I realized that was also a big part of it was mindset. Like the original mindset module to me was very valuable, because I was living in this world of scarcity where it seemed like 50,000 designers were just jumping for like five projects. Um, Whereas it's really the other way around. It's just, yeah, looking at it differently. And that was also just a huge shift for me to see there's just this sea of opportunity. You don't have to conform into this little pathway of your, yeah, typical industrial design project.
Um, you kind of covered a bit there, but like what componentry of the program do you feel like has been the most helpful? Like, is it the systems? You were obviously discussing mindset, but that's probably one. But is there a particular part of it that, like, once you injected that part, it had you feel like the biggest rapid change?
I believe, well, the mindset thing for sure. Because like the whole thing back then, because this was 2023, the whole thing, I think when you look through it, you could do it in less than a day. And if you really internalized what was said in those little blocks, that just, yeah, made all of the difference, and that just like laid the foundation down for everything that follows for it. And it just, I realized, like when I was going to a therapist at the same time because I was feeling pretty depressed, and like the mindset blocks just, they work better than any form of therapy for me. It was just like, oh no, it just opened this entirely new world for me. And then what also really helps for us was the bit about yeah, content and just marketing your services. um, I believe in terms of just a direct business related block, whereas mindset is more the abstract. That was the most significant shift for us, because right now we're trying to, at least, we don't do it every day, but at least two times a week we post content, and that's just the biggest part of our sales engine right now is inbound traffic from those posts.
Amazing, man. Um, what do you feel like's been the biggest aha moment that you've had that's allowed you guys to double?
Um, a very big one, and I've seen this in one of your recent posts still, is the focusing on the destination. That's a really huge one. Where I believe before that we were focused on delivering, I don't know, do you want a CAD model, a 3D model of your parts? Do you want renders of your parts? We were focused on these deliverables, and we weren't really communicating with our clients of, okay, where are these renders going to be used? What are you actually trying to achieve in the long run? We feel having that conversation has been extremely helpful for us in sales calls, but also throughout the project, because you're talking to clients about what they are really trying to do with the work that you're delivering for them. That's been quite huge for us. And it also just opens up conversation about everything else that we might be able to help them with in order to achieve that final goal that they're trying to get to. That's a very big, in terms of aha moments, I would say that's probably the biggest one.
Amazing. So take us through like some of the results from the thinking and the strategies. So like what has improved to double the revenue? Like, is it total amount of clients? Is it a better sales conversion rate? Is it more profitable offers? Like, what, like, how did you get to a doubling, like mathematically?
I would have to say it's the sheer number of leads that we're getting is what's leading to the doubling. Because before that, before the program, we were fully relying on referrals, which is fine. Like there are companies that do very well on referrals, but with us, it was really let's email the 20 people we know again and see if we can get any projects from them. Whereas after the program, we started looking at it on a much wider scale. And we also got the courage to just follow through. Like if we made a LinkedIn post and it didn't get any likes, or it didn't get any direct warm leads even, because they always did fairly well on exposure. That wasn't the end of LinkedIn posting. And we just did it again and again and again and again. And slowly you would start to see that curve ramp up. I think that was a very big one. And just in the way you phrased the question, mathematically, looking at things mathematically and not emotionally, that was also just a huge shift for us. Dealing with the fact that sometimes you don't get a project, but if you just get more of them, like if you get more leads, if you do more outreach, you actually look at the numbers. That's been a huge shift there. Instead of going everything like going one project at a time, try and get it, it doesn't work, you feel rejected, eats at your confidence. No, just have hundreds hundreds of possible leads. Some of them are going to convert, and if you do that 10 times over, then you're going to have 10 times as many projects.
Love it, man. Yeah, like I mean, it's a simple way to approach things, but generally big things are built off very clear, simple algorithms, I suppose. What, probably like final question, what if we go back to the day that you started the training program, let's imagine you didn't come in knowing what you know now, what's the one piece of advice you would give yourself to massively steepen the learning curves?
If I would enroll, like if I would enlist in the program today, I think when we started the program, everything was so new, and it was such an overload of information. There were some things that we implemented right away. For example, getting content underway, looking at offers, but we didn't do everything right away. Right now, that's seeping through. Like we're systemizing. A VA is starting to work for us on Monday.
Amazing.
If I would give one piece of advice to myself 2 years ago, I would say just focus on getting everything done. You get so lost in the work. If we just done all of that 2 years ago, who knows where we would have been already by now. Yeah, man, I think every piece of that program is just gold. So I would just advise myself to go much harder on it from the get-go.
Nice. Dude, thanks for the insight into the journey, and yeah, let's aim for a doubling again and do another one in like 12 to 18 months.
Let's aim for it.
Amazing, mate. Thank you so much for that.